Welcome. You're listening to the I'm Wired to Inspire podcast, creatively engineered by Nicole, the inspiration specialist. I'm Wired to Inspire is a powerfully packed podcast filled with inspiration and encouragement to get you through your day. It's designed to inspire you to live your authentic purpose. Now, stay tuned for your host, Nicole, the inspiration specialist, on today's episode of I'm Wired to Inspire.
Hey everyone, and thank you so much for joining me today on my podcast. Guys, I want to tell you, if you've been listening lately this season, I am so sorry for the P's and some of the sound quality. I'm working on that. I'm going to make those changes. I'm very sorry for that. It's extremely annoying. So please forgive me with that. I'm trying to be more cognizant of that. And I like to address these things with you guys on these episodes. With that being said, if you listened yesterday, it was called Repositioned. And today I told you I was going to talk very quickly about repurposing the promise. Okay. So if you know anything about something being, repurposed, or just the word it just means to do over again. Right. And so what's very interesting in this hour with what God is doing, it has a whole lot to do with things being repositioned. And once they're repositioned, some of you will realize that your repositioning was because God is just going to take you somewhere else completely different. You're going to go from being in position to reposition to just going somewhere completely different. Okay? I didn't talk about that part yesterday. But some of you will be encountering a time and a situation in your life where he will repurpose your promise. And basically what that is, some of you are going to get some do-overs. Some of you are going to spruce up some of the things that God has been telling you to work on that's going to get you the thing that you desire. More importantly, it is going to get you what he needs from you. It is going to get you in position to be able to provide that to the Lord, because you are giving him what it is that he needs from you. I want who's ever listening to take heart. Moreover, I want you to understand that there is a much greater level of God's peace, his spirit, his grace, his mercy that's available for you to access when you move in these times. Okay. Yes, it seems like every time we look up, we're asking God for something. We're praying for him to do something, right? I think it's very, very necessary for you to pay attention to if God is trying to repurpose your promise. Look up the definition of repurpose. Look up the definition of it. And when you read it, God will begin to give you revelation if that's something that you so desire. Because I personally believe that you are, you know what? I don't even feel like I want to finish that thought, because I feel like I'm going to read the definition to y'all. I just was going to let y'all go for what you know and just figure it out. But nope, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to, hold on one second. Let me find it, y'all. Okay, so here's the definition of repurpose. Adapt for use in a different purpose. Here's another one. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. It is to give a new purpose or to use. Wait a minute. Y'all, is it just me? But I cannot stand when people use a word to define itself. That really annoys me for some reason. It's just a little pet peeve. But I don't think you should. I was looking up the definition of something the other day, and they used the word for the definition. I'm like, no, that doesn't help me much. But anyway, as you guys see, we're on this whole adapting thing. And basically, it said that when you repurpose something, right? Adapt or use in a different purpose. So for some of you, the repurposing process is that he's going to cause you to either adapt to what it is he's trying to make purposeful in your life, or he's going to literally give you another purpose. He is going to give you another reason to do whatever you're doing. And I don't want y'all to be confused, because yes, I do believe we have a great purpose in life. Some of us know it's just to help people. Some of us know it's to teach people. Some people know, everybody just has a different vantage point on that, right? But you have to be open to God repurposing you for the promise. Because let me tell you what it is. Some of you have a promise on your life from God. A lot of you are not even aware of it. Let's just put that out there. That's Holy Spirit. Some of you are not even aware of the promise connected to your life. Now, no, listen, there are biblical promises. That is absolutely true. There are hundreds of things in the Bible, hundreds of promises that God has given us that are already prophetically written in the good book, and they apply to all of us if we so wish to receive it. It's all there for the taking. But there are those of us, including yourself, that have a promise over your life. And I personally believe all of us, I don't think anybody is left out of that. That's just my personal opinion. We know that biblically, but I also believe like the specifics, because God knows every hair on our head. We're the only ones with our own fingerprints and such and such. I know that it's because he takes that much care of us and he pays that much attention to us, because he wants us, to have the absolute best experience. He wants us to have the best life, and not because it's about a selfish reason, but I think God is so good. He allows us to enjoy the things that we like in our flesh and that we like in the natural, but it's ultimately to give him the most glory. It's ultimately to bring more people to his wonder and his might, and to see his grace and his mercy in our lives. I think that it's a culmination of all of those things. So for those of you who are being repurposed for your promise, I want you to remember this. This is very, very important. If you feel God tugging you and you just holding on to dear life because it's what you're used to, I want you to think about this message, because some of you are going to be shifted and shaken into a new space, and it's not what you thought it was going to be. But when you get to the end of that journey, you're going to look back and say, you know what? I'm right on time. I'm still in my purpose, and God is still God. Although he may have had to flip this thing upside down, or he may have had to turn this thing away that I didn't see coming, I know that he is still God, and he is still faithful, and he is going to do the very thing he said he would do. I'm wired to inspire. I hope you are too.
Thanks for listening to I'm Wired to Inspire podcast at imwiredtoinspire.com. If you enjoyed the show, spread the word and be sure to hit the 5-star rating on iTunes. For more information on this podcast and inspirational products and services, log on to imwiredtoinspire.com. And remember to live your authentic purpose. Thanks again, and see you next time.